Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today long overdue Transformers Studio Series Constructicon Bonecrusher from the Studio Series 86, aka Transformers the best movie ever. So this is figure 2 of 6. There's the side, there is the back. Bonecrusher battles the Autobots in Autobot City on Earth. Well, that's pretty much it. Nice scene of Devastator there. 16 steps to transform Bonecrusher, and then the mint inbox side there with Devastator rather than Bonecrusher, which is a little bit disappointing. So anyway, without ado, let's get him out of the box. Okay, I can see why he's called Bonecrusher, because, well, he's eating too many damn bones. He reminds me after I've had a little bit too much food, a little bit too much booze, and I've looked in the mirror. So there we go. He is not, he is sort of short and sort of stumpy, I guess is the word that I'm going for. But I do like the green, and I do like the detail on that chest piece there, and he has a beautiful head sculpt that looks great. It's just, I feel like maybe it's the arms that don't really, I'm sure it's more to do with that ARP mode, and more importantly getting that Devastator mode right. And if you are collecting these, you're either doing one of 3 things. You're getting 1 and you're going to create Devastator. You're getting 2, you're going to have Devastator, then you're going to have them in bot mode on your shelf. 3, you're going to have Devastator, you're going to have bot mode section, and then you're going to have an alt mode section. And damn, if I did that, I would absolutely love to do that. That would be cool. And I know a lot of people do try and do things like that, but yeah, this collecting Devastator isn't cheap. I think it wouldn't have been so bad, because I felt like this, and I can't remember the other single version I got, were fine release, and the last 2 are fine releases. But then you've got that double pack, which is sold as a commander piece to create that center strength piece. And I understand they're bigger bots, but I feel like you could have done that in 2, and perhaps it wouldn't have been so taxing all at once. And I've got to admit, these bots are coming thick and fast. So, you know, I think I'm almost finished. I've only got a couple bots again. I do have that big massive pack. So I just wanted to put that out there, that I would have loved to have done that, because that would be a collector's dream. And I always wanted Devastator as a kid. It was that and Scorponok. I never had either of them, and I always wanted it. And I was always, you know, I felt like, don't get me wrong, I had some great bots. I had Superion, I had most of the Stunticons, I had lots of bots, but that was like a big one to have. You know, you felt like you achieved your childhood having that. So doing this now, and bear in mind, I have had CW Devastator, which was great. This is going to be better. I'm really excited to see how this all comes together. I'm deliberately, because I know a lot of people have already completed this and done videos, I'm deliberately trying to avoid them until I've done all mine, and then I'll probably watch them and I'll be like, oh, wow. Anyway, articulation, head can go around quite nicely. Arm can go around quite nicely. Can lift up. Got single there, nothing on the wrists. No movement there, because this piece forms part of that ARP mode, which is very important. So nothing going on there. You can, however, do the splits with him if you like. If you want to live that dream, you can. Got a nice swivel there. You do have a joint there, which sort of clips out. It gets you so far, and this is just an up and a down, and a little bit of a left or right. I don't know which way I'm looking. So he does have some nice articulation, and you can get him into a couple of really cool poses, but that is pretty much it. I feel like and maybe it's just the way that he always looked, I feel like he's been sacrificed for the greater good, or the greater evil, which is Devastator, ultimately. So without ado, I'm going to go transform Bonecrusher, so we can have a look at that ARP mode. The transformation was a really nice and enjoyable experience. I really did enjoy it, and I love how he's turned out in this ARP mode. Got that nice Decepticon logo there. It's very clear what Bonecrusher's role is in the Constructicons. And all right, there's no wheels under there, but you can get through with that roly-poly piece on there. And, you know, I just think that the details all the way around clips in very, very nicely. And that's the thing that I love about Studio Series, is that the transformations are always good, 9 times out of 10. And the alt modes usually turn out to be just as special as, well, the robot mode. That's debatable in this figure, but there's also going to be this third mode where you transform Bonecrusher into the arm, which I will now do on off screen so we can have a closer look at how that actually looks. It'll be interesting to see this because I've not done an arm yet, I don't think, for a combiner. So let's have a closer look. And then just to wrap up this video, I believe I've done it right. This is sort of the combiner mode of the arm. So I'm presuming this connects, slides on somewhere. And then this is the arm piece, so you can get it out. I did feel like the hands were a little bit smaller than I was expecting. But I've also taken the gun that comes with the other figure, whose name I can't remember, just so you can see it. But I did feel like the hand was a little bit small. I mean, it's not a massive arm, is it? Let's be honest. But I don't know what infrastructure is going to come with the 2-pack. So it may be a case that that is what builds this out a little bit better. Otherwise, we're going to have another small arm Devastator that is perhaps going to be unbalanced. But we will see as I finally get round to those reviews, hopefully soon. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try and get that one done. And perhaps we can start building Devastator, because that is a massive chunk of body. And we've got a leg, we've got an arm, and that obviously leaves the leg and an arm. So it's not going to be fully complete, but it will start to resemble the final piece, which I'm, like I said, very, very excited to achieve. So without ado, thank you very much for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you everybody that's subscribed already. You folks are awesome. Make sure you look after yourself, and as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.